Alright, guys. Sorry for such a late upload. Had a lot of work to do today, so uh, I'm gonna get into the 76ers game against the Mavericks. The Sixers won 111-97, and I thought this was just a great game from the whole Sixers team. Simmons of Ben, Embiid of Joel, all those guys came to play, man. And I really like what the Sixers are doing, and I'm about to tell you guys why I think the Sixers can, realistically contend with the Nets for Eastern Conference Championship this year. So the first thing I want to talk about in this game is the Sixers playing like the best defense I've seen from a team this year so far. I mean, they shut Luka down. Like, I want to, yeah, Luka had 19 points on 6 for 13 shooting. I mean, that's just what Ben Simmons and company can give you, man. Ben Simmons is a great defender. You don't really know until you watch him. Ben Simmons does a lot for the Sixers team that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. So, I'm gonna start putting respect on Simmons' name for the time being, just because I know, Sixers fans are pretty insecure about Simmons slander. But yeah, I mean, Joel Embiid once again is my favorite for MVP. He looks so like good every time they play. He looks like the most dominant player on the floor whenever he's out there, man. And I used to have criticism before in prior seasons about he would play passive or like pedestrian, but bro, he has been foot on the fucking gas pedal ever since this season started. And I think that's what you would love to see from a guy like him. Like, he shot 5 of 20 tonight, which isn't very good, obviously, but it's good that he didn't stop shooting. And my bad. This Sixers team could go places, man, because even when Tobias Harris is like a shitty night, like he did tonight, man's had like fucking 6 points, and he got hurt early in the game, didn't come back in. But even on a game where Tobias Harris has 6 points, like, imagine if a dude just dropped like a casual 15 or 20, like this game would have been in like such a wrap from the start, which I mean it pretty much was. I think the Sixers went up like 10 right to start the third, and it was just a wrap. I didn't watch much of the fourth quarter in this game because like I said, man, the Sixers just had this shit wrapped up. And I feel pretty bad watching this Mavericks team. We were expecting a lot out of them, like in the beginning of the season. But bro, I just feel bad for Luka when I watch this shit because I feel like they lack in role players and just like general like team building. Like, I see Luka set up all these guys for great shots just for them to fucking miss. And it's like, well, get some fucking shooters, bro. Like, I mean, Finney Smith is all right, he be stretching the floor. But bro, like, I don't know. Like, Jay Rich is not that good. He hasn't been playing very well. Hardaway Jr. I actually like. I always feel like there's a part of the season, like 5% of the season, where Hardaway Jr. will actually play very well, and then we won't hear about him for the next 95% of the season. But he was good tonight on both sides of the ball, so good to see from him. Bro, I was getting so mad watching this man Boban Marjanovic, 7'4", and he smokes layups, bro. He smokes putback fucking layups. And I know people are gonna talk about his rebounding, but what is the point if he just rebounds, goes back up, and misses the shot? Like, you're just giving the ball back. Oh my gosh. Don't get me wrong. I think Boban is a great off the court personality, but dude fucking sucks. Waste of height. I think I could do better if I was born to be 7'4". Just saying. I'm not even no hooper, but yeah, I mean, I know they were playing without Porzingis, but I don't see the Mavericks team finishing in like the top 5. Western Conference seeding like we did, or like most people did coming into the season, because bro, they just haven't been it, and I feel like most of their games just come down to how absurd Luca is, and when he's not playing like he has been, which is like 30, 10, and 10 every night, this is what happens, They just get smoked when you go against a good defensive team and a good matchup for like Ben Simmons on Luka Doncic. That's just what happens, bro. They neutralize your one superstar and your role players fucking suck. So, how do you expect to win this one? This is a really good game for Dwight Howard, by the way. It won't really show up that much when you look at the box score because he only played 16 minutes. But dude had 14 and 8 in 16 minutes. Like shit, like games like this for Dwight Howard make me miss him as a Laker because I, I don't want to go on another Marc Gasol rant like I did in the last video. But dude, we need a Dwight type center so badly on the Lakers, and it sucks to see. I mean, it's actually nah. I'm gonna take that back. It's really good to see Dwight play like this because I remember a couple of years ago, people were just counting him out when he was, bouncing around from team to team, like the Hornets to the Hawks, and it wasn't working out, and people thought he was done, and he's really, really rebirthed himself, coming off the bench, being a spark plug, doing all the right things for his team, man. It was something to watch tonight. And pretty much to wrap this thing up, I just find it funny how the Sixers were not willing to package Tyrese Maxey in the Harden trade, and he played 5 minutes tonight. Like, I don't know if he's coming off an injury, but it's just funny how you wouldn't throw him in the Harden deal. Like you considered him an untouchable when he played 5 minutes tonight. Like, dude, it was James Harden on the table, and they had to. I forget what the initial trade package was. I'm sure they had to give up Simmons and Ben, probably Matisse. Even though I don't really see the appeal of Matisse. He's a huge offensive liability. He plays great defense most of the time, but not tonight. Dude, if the Sixers got Harden, it would either blow up in their face or they'd win a championship, 100%. Like I'm way too confident in both Joel Embiid and James Harden's scoring ability to count them out of a championship. Like even if they had a depleted ass roster and they traded half their bench away for James Harden, I would probably still take the Sixers to be the favorite. I'd say they're still like slightly behind the Nets as the favorite right now, but we'll have to see, man, because the way they played tonight, they are gonna be in the Eastern Conference Championship, 100%. And you guys can come back to this video and make fun of me if they are not in the Eastern Conference Finals at the end of this year. But we're not going to talk about that because I'm usually wrong about that type of stuff. Hey, man, if you made it to this section of the video, I would just like to say thank you, man, for watching this thing all the way through. Yeah, guys. So I'm just gonna wrap this thing up because it was kind of a boring game, but just a lot to talk about in terms of narrative and who like how the Sixers played, man. Because this is my first time watching a full Sixers game this season. Or no, see, I'm bugging. I always get too ahead of myself in these videos, but this is probably my second or third time watching the Sixers this season. But yeah, man, they looked so good, so good. But anyways, comment down below what I should talk about next, games to watch. Drop a like, man. Subscribe. Follow the Twitter. If anyone got Twitter, man, please follow my Twitter. I drop hot takes on there every day. Yeah, I don't miss. I don't miss on my takes. All right, guys. Have a good one.